Hey everybody, it's Diane Gale here. I wanted to show you the garden. This is what has been taking up the majority of my time for a very long time now. And then I left for, I think it was 9 days. Just recently, I've only been back 3 or 4 days. And so that gave it a little trouble too. Excuse me if I'm out of breath. I have been doing yard work all morning, and then I wanted to shoot this little tour of the garden for you guys before I took a shower and got some things done inside. So this is my cabbage. It's looking good, but it's not forming heads yet. You have to remember that my plants don't go out until the second week of June, so everything is probably a little behind. And then this is my cauliflower, and it looks good, but again, no heads. I didn't get broccoli this year. I lost my seedlings. My seedling process was inadequate at best, and I neglected it quite a bit too. I still came up with some great things, but not everything made it. These are the beets. We've started eating the greens. I'm thinking that over the next couple days we need to eat a lot more greens because they might get bitter. Some greens do. I don't know. All of this is very new to me, so you're going to hear I don't know a lot. Please feel free to chime in if you do know, because I would love to know. These are my onions. No idea what's going on under the ground, but they're looking pretty good up top. And these, I can't see because of the sun, so I'm not even sure if I am focused in on one, but I should be. Those are my carrots. There's only a couple. I planted them by seed. They came up, little rows of carrots, right along, and then while I was gone, they died. So I don't know what went on. And my radishes. I didn't get to thin them. They might be far enough apart. We'll see. This side, the left side, is French breakfast radish, and then the right side is a black radish. And I'm pretty excited about them coming in. I'm going to try and do some quick pickling with some of them. I'm not sure which ones. Probably the French breakfast radish. And then here's a pepper. Let's see, that is hot Portugal. The peppers don't do that well in this climate, and they did have a poor start, but they're starting to look really good today. We'll see. I got to boost them to get them bigger. And these are my eggplants. I planted 4. I normally wouldn't plant that many because I love eggplant, but I only like it on occasion. But my son lives in the house and he also enjoys it. And then I have hot Portugals, paprikas, more paprikas, sweet bananas, and King of the North peppers. There's also some Jimmy Nardello in here. They must be over here in the other bed. There we go. And as you can see by looking at the beds, I have gotten all of those terrible weeds out. They'll be back next week, unfortunately. Good thing they're easy to pull. These are my big rainbow tomatoes. I just cleaned the bottoms off them and got them trellised up, so hopefully they're gonna start to really grow. These are Sunshine Bumblebee. And they also look good. I actually think there's a tomato on one of these. I think I remember seeing it when I was cleaning them up. Oh, there she is. Can you see that? Oh, there it is. Sorry, there's shade, but you should be able to see it. And then these are nasturtiums. I can't wait to try them this year. I never thought they were going to make it. They were so dead when they went in this bed. They're in a couple other beds too, but even though I heard they were good companion plants for those, the other plants are totally taking over and they're trying to survive in the shade, so they're probably not going to. And then this and this one here are my Brandywine tomatoes. So they look good. I have another tomato over here. This is a big rainbow. He went in this pot. These were the pots I grew them in last year. He's not doing well. I mean, he looks healthy now. He didn't until just recent days. But he's not doing that great. I did put nutrients in there with him. He doesn't seem to like the soil. And then this here and this one over here are my Aunt Molly's ground cherry plants. The yellow that's on them is going away, not coming. They're starting to be much healthier. They were having a little trouble too. I finally got nitrogen in the tomato, the big rainbow tomato here, and those two Aunt Molly's ground cherries. They really needed it more than I realized. This is Cocozelle squash, and there is more in this bed next door. This bed next door is bigger because it was planted earlier. Here's one coming up for you. I'm trying to see if you can see it in there. I believe that's it. We ate one of these already. Cocozelle is so good. Here's a nasturtium that's trying to make it under there. He's going to have a hard time, I think. And then in the other half of both this earlier planted bed and the one, or later planted bed, and then the earlier planted, this is yellow crookneck. And there is quite a few yellow crookneck growing in there. I think I'm seeing, yep, I am seeing them. Can you see that one down there? I don't know. Anyway, there they are. The basil got really yellow, I think because of too much water. There were storms while I was gone, and then that hurricane, that little bit that we got from the hurricane came up here. So I'm hoping it gets nice and green in the next couple days because I want to make a no-cook sauce with it. The rosemary, this one is starting to pick up. There we go. And that one is tiny, tiny yet, but she'll come. This bed was supposed to be lettuce, and it got hit by the truck. The truck was backing in here to get soil, and then it got put together and never really finished. And I'm going to get to it for lettuce once some of this hot July weather passes. There's not a lot of hot weather up here, and in August the nights are already cool. This is dill, and I'm pretty excited about that. I wish it was going to be ready. Oh, I almost sneezed, excuse me. I wish it was going to be ready for me to do some quick pickling, some refrigerator pickles, but I don't think it is. Here's some mint, which is starting to look nice. The parsley is just taking off since I cleaned all those weeds out over the last couple days. It was looking pretty bad, and the chives are doing the same. The herbs can't compete with all those weeds, you know. Right now they're the same size. And then my final herb bed is right here. We've got a couple marjoram. We've got some thyme. You can't really see it because of the shade there. And some oregano. And then along the back in the shade, let me get back here, is 3 sage plants, which the sage just has really done very well. It really has. Of all the herbs, it was the easiest to grow. And I guess I don't know anything about sage, so I don't know why I would think it was harder, but I did. And then these are my blonde cukes. There's 3 of them. And there's a nasturtium there too. That one might do well. And these are my pickling cukes. The cukes and the peas and maybe the beans. I have to look up whether they're a bush variety or a pole variety. But they still need to be trellised. I'm done with yard work for today. I'm going to take a shower and be finished out here. And the dog has surgery in the morning, so these will get trellised probably Thursday or Friday. These are blue potted peas. Snow peas. They really do need to be trellised. I might mess around with them because I just have to guide them a little. And these are shelling peas. And then finally, tongue of fire green beans. Now, they're yellow, and it could be from overwatering, it said, but they have dried and are still yellow. I tried looking it up and they said probably not nitrogen, but I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know. I'm thinking about putting nitrogen in there because they're not coming back. And that, everyone, is the garden. There she is. She's pretty big. I put a lot of work into her this year. A whole lot. I'm very proud of all the work. I have no idea what my end results are going to be because what the hey, I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm going to learn, and you guys will be here with me. And if I get fruit out of this garden, then comes the best part, because the kitchen is kind of my specialty, and this is my way of making my life more in line with the slow food movement, which we're going to talk a lot more about, because that is part of what the website is going to be about. It's the way that it was designed. So yeah, here we go. We have beets, onions. If none of these carrots come, I'll probably put some lettuce there. And then this bed, and these beds over here. And that's it. But it was a lot of work. It was cobbled together because this is not a permanent home. But even cobbled together and having it a little difficult to work with, it's an opportunity to learn. And that's what I need right now. I need to learn. So I hope you guys are out there having a great day. As you can see, the sun is shining here and it's beautiful. I'm going to go in and grab that shower because it's getting late. And I have been out here mowing and weed whacking and trying to take care of the garden or the yard after probably 19 or 20 days of neglect. So have a great day, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the garden as much as I enjoyed showing it to you. Thanks so much for being here at Sustainable Slow Living. I'm Diane Gale. Talk to you soon.